Now, as you know, lots of talk about polls, but as always, when it's anything mildly positive to the status quo and thus the government, it doesn't get reported. Well, I believe that the majority of Australians believe we are doing the right thing as a country. We can always do better, and no one's perfect. But there was a poll that came out from a lefty polling organisation that, unsurprisingly, you didn't hear about. It could be the key poll that tells us about which way undecided voters will go in this election. Now, it gets called lots of different things: right direction, right track, wrong track. But have a look at this. In terms of the number of people who think Australia is in the right direction, it's a big win over the wrong direction. Unsure is 16%. But to give you an idea, that number is way down on where we were a couple of months ago and way up on the right direction. So the status quo, the government, don't risk the change, is slowly winning the argument. Now, interestingly here, you have a fight about age groups. Keep that up, guys, because the darker the colour, the older the age group. So the very light blue, or dare I say teal, is that those that are 24 and under. Then you've got the middle group of people in their 30s to 50s. And all of those people are a majority position that we're in the right direction. But the good people over the age of 55 who have seen the country make mistakes before. We have seen the fork in the road that was 2007 when people thought, oh, the boats are fixed. It's just time for an update. Let's have change, not revolution. Well, you know the mistake in 2007. As for those that are unsure, it's about 25% of the electorate. The group that needs to be dealt with most here, 35 to 55-year-olds. And interestingly there, women are splitting in favour of the Labor Party, the blokes are splitting in favour of the government. That's why the Prime Minister will maintain his focus, should maintain his focus, regardless of what's going on with the opposition, because all that matters is the risk to the economy.
But you can't take it for granted. If you haven't designed that plan, if you haven't been implementing that plan, and you don't know how the economy works, and you don't know that we actually do make things in Australia, then it's hard for an alternative government to be able to take those issues forward.
He said it again multiple times in the debate last night.
And that's why this election is very much about who can run the economy and who can manage money. Together, the country has put itself in a strong position, and we've had the opportunity to lead that process. And we can't turn back now. We're heading in the right direction. We want to keep going there. And that's where my government is seeking to take Australia.
Not an accident. That poll showing majority of people saying we're in the right direction, the Prime Minister reinforcing that message. This is what is important about the fight over the next month. 30 days, guys. I know it feels like elections go on forever, but imagine how people feel if you wake up to a Labor Greens government after the election, or even worse, a minority one that has too much power for fake independence and, of course, the Greens.